Duncan, how can an airline sell an airfare for $49?
Well, they can't. I don't care what kind of airplane you're flying. You're not making money at a $49 fare. The reality is you're revenue managing that aircraft, and you may have a couple of seats on board the aircraft for $49, but it doesn't cost $49 to fly from Toronto to Vancouver.
So where does the airline or tour operator make the money? How do they keep in business selling $10, $15, $49 airfares?
Well, I think anyone can fill an airplane, and the reality is if we sold every seat for $49, we'd be running 100% load factors every single day. But that's not how you make money in this business. First of all, you have to manage your costs, and your costs have to be the lowest possible costs that they can be. In terms of yield management and revenue management, you need to manage the yield on the aircraft so that you are covering your costs on a fully allocated basis, not just a direct variable basis.
Okay. Yield and all that kind of good stuff, understood. But if I'm a consumer, I'm going to compare a bottom line,
Sure.
right? I'm going to add all the fuel surcharges, all the taxes, and we've done that a few times here, and we found that WestJet may have started out higher, but ended up lower once you added all the charges and the taxes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's talk about that, because I think that's a real point of confusion around airfares.
Sure, I think consumers need to understand the total price of the package or the airfare that they're purchasing. So when they are looking at airfares, there will be times where our advertised price is $100 and our competitors is $90. But once we add in all of the taxes, fees, and surcharges, WestJet, in a lot of cases, will be a lot lower. And the reason for that is we're not hiding fees or margin in the taxes, fees, and surcharges.
But, okay, so I don't understand that. Why is WestJet doing it and others are not? And why don't you talk about it more? Because that seems like an enormous advantage.
Well, I think we're very comfortable with the way we price. Our taxes are truly taxes, and the fees that we charge are truly the fees that are a flow through either to the airport authority or to whomever else has a fee attached to an airline seat. Others don't. Others choose to put margin in those areas and advertise a lower price.
So when you say they put margins in those areas, you're basically saying that they're making money off the fees and extras.
Well, I think the way they're incorporating fees would certainly lend itself to believe that there was some margin available there. I'm not sure that the airport fees are truly the airport fees that some folks are charging.
It sounds rather misleading.
Well, it is.
How does a consumer work their way through this? Why is there no regulation, or is that another huge issue?
Well, I think that's a whole can of worms in terms of all-in advertised price. Obviously, airlines are regulated at a federal level, and the travel trade is regulated at a provincial level. So until those bodies can actually talk to each other and come up with a policy or a strategy, I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge. And quite frankly, WestJet would certainly support all-in advertising.
And you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart?
Well, I think
being fair in terms of the pricing?
Well, I think we're doing it because those are the fees that are being attached to an airline ticket, and that's what we need to flow through, and that's what we charge.
Thanks very much for your time.
Oh, thank you.